Welcome to Sauced in the City late night comedy game show where me and my funny friends and some new faces are bringing fun and games to late night TV. It is going to be a blast, but before that, I must tell you guys this is a live show, meaning that I'm the only one in the studio responsible for watching my mouth, but anything goes. So if you have little kids in the room, either put some headphones on them or shuffle them off to the next area because we're about to have some fun.
Are you ready?
Always one of my very favorite parts of this show. All right, you guys, let's jump right into it. It is time for us to meet tonight's cast. And the question that's always on my mind is, hi, where y'all from? So I'm going to introduce our cast tonight, and they're going to let us know that amongst some other things. First up, we got Joel D. Hi, Joel.
Hey, happy to be here.
I am happy to have you. Good to see your face. And since this is my first time meeting you, tell the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond a little bit more about Joel D.
Yeah, live in Columbia, South Carolina. A couple years ago, I quit my soul-crushing corporate day job to pursue my dream of being a stand-up comedian, which did not work out financially. But, it did lead me to my current day job at Fitz Games, creating card games. Definitely a dream job. When I started, my job title was head inventor, and it's a great job. But why you got to make it sound like I invented fellatio? You know. I told that joke to my boss, and he laughed, and I laughed, and then I got a title promotion. So for all you haters who told me that telling dumb dick jokes wasn't a marketable skill.
Suck it. Oh, well,
Right.
it's good to have you, Joel, and welcome to the show. Because you're a newbie, we get to ask all newbies our favorite question. What is your favorite game show?
Wheel of Fortune was always one of my favorites. It was kind of random and fun, so that was a good one.
Oh my God, Wheel of Fortune and Vanna White, $2 million an episode. I'm like, she's never going to go anywhere. And to say blondes don't get paid more. No, just kidding. Well, it's good to have you on the show. Are you ready to meet some more contestants?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Next up is Carlos Garcia.
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Carlos. Good to see you.
Good to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh man, if you think the green room was wild, but since it's my first time meeting you, tell the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond more about Carlos Garcia. Ole.
Well, hey. Well, my name is Carlos Garcia, that you already know. What you don't know is I'm originally from Caracas, Venezuela. I am based in Hoboken, New Jersey, just a stone's throw away from beautiful New York City. I've been doing comedy and acting now for about 9 years. I've been seen on MTV, the Beavis and Butthead Show, Amazon Prime. I have a podcast, Frat Chat Podcast, available wherever you stream your podcast. And yeah, that's about it. I'm here to have some fun.
I love it. Fun is what this show is all about and what it's made of. And because you're a newbie, I get to ask you the same question, which is what is your favorite game show or competition series?
Well, obviously, Sauced in the City is my favorite game
Hey!
show. You know. Uh, but I am also was always a sucker for The Price is Right. Love Bob Barker, and even the Drew Carey edition is fun. But also, The Challenge on MTV is a fun competition series. So it's good stuff.
I love the challenge. I've seen every episode like 30 times because that's what kind of binge watcher I am. So it is good to have another challenger in the house. Are you ready to meet some more contestants?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I love it. Okay, our next one up is one of our old time favorites that we love so much, Joey Lee. Hi, Joey.
Hi, Brenda. I love seeing the new people. They're very interesting.
Makes you kind of want to poke at them, right?
I will, but I'm sure they can take it.
Oh, man. Let's see if they can. All right, Joey. Are you ready to meet some more contestants?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Always a good plan. All right. Next up, we got Stephen Douglas. Hi, Stephen.
Hello, everybody. I am Stephen Douglas. I am from Bangor, Maine, and I love Sauced in the City. I love everybody on here. I love the comments that we receive throughout YouTube and Facebook, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys tonight and hopefully in the future when you guys come back. So let's have a great show and make some laughs, make people laugh, and best of all, laugh yourself. Because if you can't laugh at yourself, who's going to laugh with you?
There you go. Let's make memories. Well, it is good to have you, Stephen. Are you ready to meet some more contestants?
I'd love to meet some more contestants.
Let's do it. Next up, we have another newbie to our stream, Abigail Comedy. Hi, Abigail.
Hello, everybody. The reason why I'm here is, as you can see, it's a sausage fest, and we wanted to really, even it out a bit.
Thank God.
So they had to get the token gal in the ring. I do a lot of things with Women of Comedy, Mofo Entertainment, Evolving Comedy here in Southwest Florida. I've been doing this for about 10 years, 6 years in Southwest Florida, and then my first 4 years in Nashville, Tennessee. So I do a little bit of everything from stand up. I've done a couple of radio stations. We used to have a radio station in Clearwater, Stand Up for News, where we would take various newsworthy, things, but put a comedic twist to it, which was a lot of fun to do. And of course, I've done y'all's radios stations and such. So the Mingus radio station. So, but yeah, so, I do a little bit of everything. I'm a family person, so I can't, run too far from the house, but, everybody's out of diapers now. So I'm really trying to get into the groove.
Well, we hope that we can get you into the groove, Abigail. And one way we do that is to ask you the same question. What is your favorite game show or competition series?
So I'm going to be very unoriginal and go with the Wheel of Fortune. My grandparents and I, as a small young child, as you can see, in my youth, we used to watch Wheel of Fortune every time it came on. So I am kind of a Vanna White fan. I used to have the blonde hair. I know that I got older and had kids, and now it's darker, but put some light to it and we'll be close enough.
Close enough. Well, welcome to the stream and welcome to the show. Are you ready to meet some more contestants?
Absolutely.
Yay, let's do it. Next up, we got my function junction. What's your junction? What's going on?
Not too much. Y'all said you was going to poke at the new people. I'm not going to poke at nobody. Last time I poked somebody, I got punched in the mouth, so I'm going to avoid that. at all costs. I'd rather not catch a charge. Just hanging out here in Delbarton and ready to play some games.
Yay! We always love to play games with you, especially the trivia. So we're going to have some fun tonight. I hope that everybody in the studio, including Tony, or Malfunction Junction, sorry, has a trivia question prepared, because 3 of you guys will be asking us in the audience the question. So, all right, I think we have Randy Holton to the stream. Hi, Randy.
Hey, Brenda, I thought you forgot about me. Hi, everybody.
No, I could never forget about you, Randy. Welcome back. Every show, 5 years running.
Yepers, Tampa, Florida, always. And if you're looking for places to find me, you'll find me on the couch eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Which is good, because now you eat them in a shirt. So we are happy about that. Well, Randy, are you ready to meet our last contestant?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I love it. Last but certainly not least, we got Damian Seaman. Hi, Damian.
What's up, y'all? I'll poke on the new people. We got Abigail, looks like the bigger Judd. We know she does. And then Joel, he's got the handlebars going, and I love the mullet. I mean, I haven't seen one. I don't know if we come from the same era, but that's some cool ass shit. And then we've got our what is it? The Secretary of State, Mr. Cruz. No, he's not the Secretary of State. Hey, I can't wait to pick on all 3 of you. I love roasting the new people. So bring it on.
Bring it on. All right. Well, we have a handsome looking cast. If we could get everybody's camera on. So if I decide to, don't turn them off, please. I lose my place very quickly during this game. I swear a lot. Anyway, while everyone gets it together, we're going to go on to the sponsor spotlight. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Talking
About the sponsor spotlight, y'all.
Yeah.
And work. This is one of my very favorite parts of the show, because we get to talk about our special faces, spaces, and places. And one of our videos that we have that we always love to play whenever we get a chance is from one of our very own. So I hope you guys enjoy. And we'll be back to fawn all over him in exactly 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Here we go.
I'm here all the time, currently keeping our open mics going. And one of those people that is always out there anytime we have a show, Mr. Tony Klein. Get on up here, Tony.
I figured, like, why suck at life when I could blow this for compliments, you know? I'm out like homeless in this lighting. It's not the lights, it's me. Don't worry about this shit. I'll survive when we do that. Anybody here ever smoked salvia? Anybody know what I'm talking about, salvia? Anybody? Oh, fuck. It was a mistake. I fucking hated this so much I did it like 17 times. Now, I smoked some with my little brother. And he had an out-of-body experience. Really, what it was, he had a lazy eye. And it was cocked toward the fucking mirror, and the other one was looking at me. And he didn't know how to process that shit at that time. It just fucked him up. And I look at it, it's not a lazy eye, man. That motherfucker does the most. It's going all over the fucking place. He can constantly fucking slap his head. Are we ready for Christmas? I feel about as festive as a mistletoe cockroach. It's fucking great. I love it. James Slacks, but hey, I need your belt later. I've been eyeing that emotional support hunter over there pulling dude's hair. Hunts are expensive, you know what I mean? So, Are we looking forward to family fun for Christmas? Do we all? Y'all? Okay. Hands down. Do we spend time with the family? Do we enjoy it? Your face says everything I need to know about life right now. It's like, fuck those people. I hate them. You know what I mean? But we are gonna keep this short. How much time do I got? Fuck it. Listen. I'm done. Bring it up here and get the next one up. I feel like I did a solid. This lasted longer than any Central experience I've ever had.
Oh, I hate it when that crippled fuck jumps off the stage.
And that was the sponsor spotlight. Whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Talk about the spotlight, y'all.
Y'all.
And words. All right. Well, shout out to our guy in the studio, Tony Klein, who is with us and maybe is the person doing that. We'll see. Tony, how'd you feel on that video? I never asked you.
Oh, partially crippled fuck is what I would go with. I wouldn't say that exactly. They don't like it when I jump on and off the stage like that. But I got to show them I got one leg at least that does good. As far as performance goes, I think I did well enough anyway. A lot of those people that were there, they were like one-time comics. They showed up once and then never came back until that place closed down. That was the last performance at that place. It's closed now. So all those people that came back, they just showed up for recognition, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm glad they actually came back. It's driving me crazy. Okay, that's better. So it might be Joel.
Is it me?
Nope. Nope. Don't worry. I got it.
I'm not worried.
All right. We are about to jump on to our first game to get our cast all warmed up. This one is called Blackout. The game rules are very simple. We are going to pick 2 contestants by this game that I invented called Tap In. And these 2 will be asked 3 questions. Now, they get 1 point for every person they can get to agree with them. And if they get the whole screen to agree with them, they get 5 additional bonus points. Beware though, if no one agrees with them, it's what we call a blackout and they forfeit the rest of their questions. Are you guys with me so far?
Yes.
All right. Very cool, right? Now, the person, the contestant at the end of the show will, with the most points, will take home $1 for every point that they gain up to $25. Everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to do our first game to decide who our 2 contestants will be. And this one is a very fun one called Tap In. So how this is played is you guys all will turn off your cameras. And once I ask the question, the first person to turn their screen on and answer correctly will win the first spot. So cameras off. Very simple game here. First person that turns their screen on is going to win. Okay, so let's see. I have to get a general question, and I have one of these made up, but I don't now. So here we go. Who was married to Fred Flintstone?
Wilma Flintstone.
I think it was Carlos that buzzed in first. What is the correct answer?
Well, thank you, but it is Wilma Flintstone.
Right. I was gonna say, no, y'all should have blurted out the answer the first person on the camera. But that is how this game is played. So congratulations, Carlos Garcia. You're the first one to turn your stream on and answer correct. So you are the first contestant on tonight's Sauce in the City Late Night Comedy Game Show.
Thank you, Joel.
Cameras off. We got one more to do, and this again for people who are just now tuning in. This game is called Tap In, where I will ask a simple question, and the first person who turns their stream on with the correct answer will claim spot number 2. All right, so let me think of a good one. Go back to my childhood. What was so cool that everybody should know? Okay, in Monopoly, what is the game piece that's fought over the most by game players? Oh, Stephen was the first. Very quick on the turn, Stephen Douglas. What is the most popular piece?
I believe it's the car.
Ding, 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 ding. That is correct. All right. So we have tonight, everybody's screens on. We have tonight Stephen Douglas versus Carlos Garcia. All right. So I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10 to decide who will go first. This will be a ping pong match back and forth between the two of you. What number am I thinking of, Stephen?
7.
And how about you, Carlos?
3.
Ding, 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 ding. Both of you guys are over, but Carlos Garcia, you were the closest with 3, because the number I was thinking of is 2, which is now known as Liberation Day. We'll see how that goes. But
yes, where they liberate us of all our money. Woo!
That's it. And because you got it right, you can decide whether yourself or Stephen will go first.
I will defer to Stephen. I'll let you rock.
Stephen, you've been called to the carpet. He wants to see what you can do. All right, so we're going to start you off with a really probably easy one. I will get them levels down. Okay, they invite you to sit down and eat with them. What do you do? Now, Stephen, are you going? They look like a jolly bunch of folks. Are you going to sit down and have a meal? Or are you going to say, no, thanks, I have to go watch paint dry? What say you?
Well, I'm going to sit down with my crime fighters and have some dinner and talk about some jokes, and I tell them some fat jokes because they're a little bit on the big side. Know what I mean?
All right, Cass, if you agree with Stephen Douglas and you're going to sit down with your fellow crime fighters, cameras off at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, Stephen, how do you think you're dead? I'm just curious.
Well, I think that as a comic crime fighter, I'm going to have the rest of my comedians on my side. We're all going to sit down and have a nice meal.
Okay, well, let's check it out. All right. Ooh. Okay. Well, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, you got 5 right, but I think there's 2. Let's see, Joel D. What was your answer and why?
I wouldn't sit down with them because I'm holding.
Oh, well, all right. Damian Seaman, what is your answer and why?
I wouldn't sit down with them either because I'm the one holding Joel's weed.
All right. Well, Stephen, you did really good. You got 5. So remember to keep those points in your head because I'm not writing it down. So keep your own score. 5. I trust you to be honest, like being the banker in Monopoly. Are you ready for your second question?
I am.
All right, let's do it. Oh, this was one that came across my social media page. A train's a coming. You must save one. Who you saving? Is it going to be our fearless leader, or is it going to be R. Kelly?
Whew.
I'm gonna save our fearless only because I don't think he's taking a trip over to Epstein Island. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with him.
Well, all right. So, everybody in the studio, if you agree with Stephen Douglas, keep your cameras on, and we're going to save our fearless leader. And if you disagree and you're going to go with R. Kelly so that we can do some stepping in a line dancing, cameras off. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Booyah. Woo! All right, you two. You got Joey Lee and Abigail. All right, Abigail, you're saving our fearless leader. You agree with
What did I do?
You agreed to save our fearless leader over R. Kelly.
Oh yeah, I did it wrong. I'm so sorry. I don't think I can get behind the orange guy. I'm so sorry. I thought I was, but I don't know how to do this. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
I mean, I guess I could do some dance moves with R. Kelly, but the Cheeto, I can't get behind him. He needs way too many blowjobs to get that job done. I'm so sorry. Oh, Mr. Clean, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
At least it's not getting it from a 13-year-old girl.
Down. Joey
I'm just saying he impacts smaller amount versus the Cheeto, which is impacting everybody. It's awful. Sorry.
Okay,
I'll be quiet.
Joey Lee, you agree with Stephen Douglas and you're going to save our fearless leader.
I did. I do. Actually, I said that the other day. I do. I see no point in doing it. He's going to dodge the bullet. He's going to dodge the train. So, and he's nothing's going to happen. So you might as well pick him and save them both.
Hey, I'm digging the answer. All right. Randy, your camera was off. It was not on. It was you and Abigail.
No, he was on.
Oh, he was on? Okay.
He was, yes.
Randy, you agree with Stephen?
Oh, yeah, I'd say Trump. I mean, he's not the real criminal. R. Kelly is the real criminal. Trump is all trumped up on stuff. R. Kelly, he's the real criminal.
Okay. Well, the cool thing about this, Stephen, is you didn't black out. Abigail, camera on, unless there's something terrible happening back there. All right. So, Stephen, you have $3 more to add to your bank. So you are at 8. And now it is your competitor's turn, Carlos Garcia. And so he has one question left, but you gotta get more than 8 to beat him and 8 to tie. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I always love this one. How important is kissing in a relationship on a scale of 1 to 10? Carlos Garcia.
Easy 10. You gotta get your kisses in. You know what I mean? It's the doorway to everything else, if you know what I mean.
Okay. So you're down with the kissing as a big 10. All right, everybody in the studio, if you agree with Carlos Garcia and kissing is a definite 10 for you, keep your cameras on. If you disagree and say hugging is better or a fist bump will do, cameras off. At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see if Abigail got it right this time. All right, Carlos Garcia. Oh, almost a full screen light up, but Abigail says a fist bump and hugging is good. Abigail,
give us some
camera
bone.
on.
I'm a hugger. I'm into hugs. Give me a snuggle bug, a hug. I'm a huge hug fan. Smooching, there's germs involved. You know, I love you, but I really do mean it. Just hug me, okay?
Touche.
Oh my God! If this isn't going to go in my analytics book, all the men said kissing was a number 10, and Abigail, my lovely lady, is like, give me a hug instead. All right. Well, the good thing, Carlos, is that you've earned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. So that is really, really, really good. You're off to a good start. Are you ready?
Is that good? Did I break it? Is that just
No,
making sure?
no. He's got 9.
Touche.
That's what I said. So
He's got 8. He's got 8.
8. That's right. I thought it was 8 or 9. See, I'm always messing stuff up. But here we go. Keep your eyes on me. All right. Our next question. Ladies, would you bathe him regularly? And men, would you allow or want her to bathe you regularly? What do you say, Carlos Garcia?
Hell no. Listen, there's one thing I can say. No one can touch me like I can touch myself, especially in those areas where only myself and Father Thomas have ever seen. So I just gotta say sorry. And let me do me in the bathroom. You can do me in the bedroom. We're good.
I love it. All right, you guys in the studio, if you agree with Carlos Garcia and you're like, give me my me time, camera's on. And if you disagree and you're like, come on, baby, and rub me down, camera's off at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, interesting. Booyah! You got 3 more, and 4 was like, come on, baby, rub me down. But let's see about the people who agreed with you. Joel D, you need your private time.
Yeah, I feel like if she was bathing me regularly, it's because I have like muscular dystrophy or some shit. Take care of it.
Okay. Abigail, you're like, leave me alone, huh?
Well, I got kids to bathe. I don't need to be bathing your ass too, okay? Like I let's make it fair, Ugh.
I love it.
I don't need to be your mama.
Oh, Randy Holton, you say, leave me be. I need my private time.
Well, for one, I haven't taken a bath in years. What's that smell?
Oh my goodness. Well, the cool thing, Carlos, is that you have earned yourself another 1, 2, 3 points. So you are now at 9, which means you have taken the lead. All right, everybody, cameras on. We got us a good game going here. Carlos is in the lead with 1 point, but Stephen, you are still in the game. And Stephen, because you have the least amount of points, you're going to go first in this last effort to beat Carlos out of the ring. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's get ready. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Fellas and ladies, could you be in a relationship with a person that works at a fast food restaurant? What say you, Stephen?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely could. I don't care what she does. She could work in a hospital. She could be a street corner selling flowers or apples or whatever the hell. I don't care where she works. As long as she's a good person. But that free food when I come through the drive-thru, hi, honey, I'm here. Here's your food. Bye. See you at home. That's what I'm looking for.
I love it. A drive-through. What do they call it? A drive-through booty call. Ooh, 2 of my favorite things. All right, Stephen, I like your answers. So you said yes, showing that you're very open-minded. So all of the cast, if you agree with Steven, leave your cameras on. And if you say, you got to step it up, turn your cameras off at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, Steven, how do you think you did?
I think I'm gonna get probably 5 out of everybody because I don't think anybody really cares if their girl works in a fast food restaurant. How could you?
Oh,
Why she's working? And she ain't sitting home with a handout going, "Where's my money?" She needs a welfare receipt. She's out there working, so that's good.
all right. Do you think you earned enough points to take over the lead?
I hope so.
All right, let's check it out.
Snap.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All the dudes again. It's a sausage fest.
Absolutely.
But that is enough to take over the lead. And Steven, with your 8 points currently, plus 6, you are at 14 points. So you are definitely in the lead. But let's hear from our lovely lady, Abigail. Camera on. You said, nah, you got to up your game, huh?
I'm not shallow, I swear. I mean, you could be a cashier anywhere, but when it comes to that funky smell when you walk in the door, that's not the good funky. Like, I want the pheromone funky, not the fryer funky. I'm not into it. It just, the smells just, I want your smell, not their smell. Sorry. I love you. I'm right with Jesus. I swear to God.
I love it. All right, you guys. Steven, that gives you 12 points, I think is what I said.
14.
So
14.
14, sorry. See, that's why you guys are around. All right. So Carlos, you have 9 points. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay, so
but the pressure's on.
5 for a tie, 6 for a win. Oh, so you got to get everybody. Come on.
Let's do this thing.
All right, let's find you a really nifty question. And I really can't see this one, so I don't know what it says. So good luck. Social media 911. If a company has a rocket explode 8 times in a row, but offered you 10 million to get on the 9th one going up, would you go? Hashtag weigh in, y'all. What say you, Carlos?
Hell no. The only reason they're going to ask me to get on that 10th rocket is because everybody else died on the 9th one, or no qualified people are saying yes to begin with. Hell no.
Oh no, Carlos Garcia is not going up on this rocket, not for 10 million, not for maybe if the price was higher, we'll see.
That thing goes boom.
All right, everybody in the studio, if you agree with Carlos Garcia and you're not getting on it under any circumstances, leave your cameras on. But if that 10 million sounds good and you'd be willing to take your chances, turn your screen off at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Okay, so how do you think you did, Carlos?
I think we're all comedians and we know exactly how they would use us. So I'm going full house. Let's rock.
Full house. Okay. So full house means you believe that you have enough screens on to beat your component this round, Steven Douglas.
That's right.
All right. Well, let's check it out. Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 agreed with you, Carlos, meaning that Steven Douglas comes out at the head of this game with 14, but that's okay. This round is still good. I mean, there's still time for you to work it out. So 1, 2, 3. So you got 3 to add to your 9, which is 12 against 14. Please make sure you write your points down because I can't remember what I ate for lunch today, if it was anything. All
Gotcha.
right. Well, let me just think here. Randy, or I'm sorry, Malfunction Junction, camera on. Uh, you gonna take the 10 million, eh?
Well, seeing as how if any money graces me, I'm going to lose it regardless of back child support. You fucking A right. I'm going to take my chances. Maybe the thing will blow up with me on it, and I won't have to worry about it anymore. I'm not going to have the money anyway, so what does it matter?
Well, there you have it. Randy Holton, camera on. You're gonna take that 10 mil, huh?
Right. I'm figuring the ninth time they got it right. This time it's going to be good. The odds are in your favor because they failed 100%. So it's got at least 50-50 on the ninth time. I'm taking my chances.
Love the
Taking
luck.
your chances. All right, Davian, and please everybody remember to keep your cameras in position so I don't lose my place. Damien, you're taking the 10 million.
Oh fuck yeah, I'm taking the 10 million. I just paid an Uber driver $10 to take me to get beer and he almost killed me. Fuck yeah, I'm taking that. I ain't paying. Taking 10 million. Fucking Uber driver.
I definitely love it. Well, this has been a riveting first round. Stephen Douglas is in the lead with 14, and Carlos Garcia is not that far behind with 12. And now we're going to go on to our next segment. I keep forgetting. You Say Trivia, an interactive trivia game. So that means you guys out there tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond, you guys can play along too. At this moment in the game, you guys can help our comedic cast get the answer correct by posting your answers in the comments. I will then put them on the stream and see if you guys can help them to claim their 5 whole points. The rules of this game are very, very, very easy. If the comedian gets it correct, meaning our cast gets it incorrect, they will get to decide whether they want to do 3 minutes of comedy or 3 minutes of something else. But beware that something else is picked by our comedic cast. So kind of watch out for that one. And if the cast gets it incorrect, they receive 5 points. This is an all or nothing round. If the cast gets it incorrect, meaning the comedian fools us, they will receive 5 points. Everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. It's always good to know that we're all on the same page. I'm missing somebody. It's Abigail.
Me.
All right.
Okay,
Go.
I'm here.
Yep. I have to put you down because your microphone. You gotta work.
Do I need to mute it?
No, I think if you would just take out your headphones if you can, that would
Okay.
fix the issue. But in the meantime, Carlos Garcia and Stephen Douglas, both of you will get a chance to ask a trivia question at a certain point in the game. Carlos, since you are trailing, you get to decide which of you gets to pose your question first, either yourself or Stephen.
I'll let Stephen go again as the expert.
All right, Stephen Douglas, this is your chance to earn 5 points if you can fool our comedic cast. Go ahead and pose your question.
All right. Tonight's trivia question is, what does BMW stand for? Does it stand for A, British Motor Works, B, Bavarian Motor Works, or C, Broad Metal Work?
Okay, I think I got most of that. What does BMW stand for? Stephen Douglas, repeat the answers.
Answers are A, British Motor Works, B, Bavarian Motor Works, or C, Broad Metal Work.
Okay, I hope you guys got those answers, because I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock for you guys to come up as a whole with the correct answer. And once you figure out the answer for everybody and everybody's on the same page, you will turn your cameras off and yell locked in. And that way I will know that you guys have all come to a consensus on the answer. Everybody got me so far?
Yes.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right. 30 seconds on the clock. Let the conversations begin.
Bavarian Motor
Hey.
Works, lock it in. It's 1,000% sure.
Ever
It's-
since they built that BMW
Bavarian
plant,
Motor Works.
I trust you guys.
ever since they built
I
that
worked in the
BM,
automobile industry for 37 years. It's Bavarian Motor Works. Lock it in.
We're gonna lock it in just to make that stop.
That's where
so
they
ever
were.
since they built that BMW plant here in South Carolina, it stood for Bubba Making Wheels.
Hey, we gotta lock in. We can't. We
It's
can't
B,
spend
yeah,
too much
B
time
locked
joking
in.
around.
Hey.
Okay. Are you locking it in, Damien? All right. Very cool. All right, Stephen Douglas. They chose Bavarian Motor Works. Tell us the correct answer.
That is absolutely correct. Joey knew it because he was in the field. I should have thought about my question a little better before I put it out there, knowing that he's in the car business. Didn't think he'd get it that quick, but yep, he's right.
Oh my gosh. Well, you don't win any points. And your fate is left at the mercy of the cast. All right, cast. Cameras on. You guys will now get to decide whether Stephen Douglas will do 3 minutes of comedy or 3 minutes of something else. And when you decide, if you decide something else, you have to decide on what the something else is. Okay? Everybody got me?
Yep.
Yes.
Let the conversations begin.
I
Well,
think 3 minutes of something else.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe do one of his characters or Darth Vader or whoever he was the last time.
As the singing "Row Row Your Boat" as the character.
How about he leaves a 3-minute voicemail on someone's phone as the character?
Oh, I
That's
love
good.
that.
I like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
lock it in. Let's do that one.
Lock
Yep.
Get in.
Okay.
Lock it in.
That works.
Oh, you guys are so creative. Stephen, I think I told on you and I kind of sealed your fate there. But they have decided that you will leave a 3-minute voicemail on or as any character that you choose for 3 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Because I was wondering if is it any character or is
Any
it one?
character that you choose. And we're going to put 3 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, I need 20 seconds to prepare.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, let me explain to the rest of the cast the game rules on this. We're going to play a little inside game called My Turn for Comedy. All you guys will remain with your cameras off until you find what Stephen Douglas is doing funny. If you like what he's doing, you'll turn your camera on to signify that you are enjoying it. If you do not like what he's doing, leave the cameras off and we'll talk about it later. All right, here we go. 3 minutes on the clock. Let the funny begin.
Hi, I'm Cindy the Crackhead, and I want you to know that I'm calling you because your boyfriend told me some crack and it's no good. Absolutely no good. It wasn't crack at all. It was just some kind of white stuff. So you better tell your boyfriend when he's selling Cindy the Crackhead drug, he gotta give me the real stuff because I know what real stuff is. I buy it all the time. And if you don't believe me, you can try me down on the corner of 5th and 6th where he usually catches me. And by the way, he's not faithful to you because me and him been around the corner when I didn't have enough money to buy the crack, and I got in his crack. You know what I mean? So you just gotta be aware that your man's not faithful, and he's selling some shit because he ain't selling me the real deal. I know what the real deal is. I couldn't get high no matter how much of that stuff I took. I tried to melt it down and put it in the syringe and shoot it up. I couldn't do that. I couldn't smoke it. It was just nasty. Your boyfriend is a bad drug dealer. I tell you how to sell drugs. You get the real deal from Big Joe down on the other side of town. He gets it from the mafia. I know that straight up because I was with him one night and I got a big piece of crack after getting in his crack. And I told your boyfriend about it. And he said, well, I'll go get some over there with him. And he didn't go over there with him to get it. He went on the other side of town, on the other side of the tracks. And you know what's on the other side of the tracks? That's all the bad shit, right? Till your boyfriend, when he comes back in, I want the real shit, or I'm going to spend my pimp daddy over there to slap the shit out of him, and I want the real deal, right? Because my pimp daddy don't play around. He knows if you messing with me, you trying to kill me, selling me some fake stuff. I need the real stuff. So tell your boy, when he come back, I want the real stuff. Or my pimp daddy will come over there and slap him like he ain't never been slapped. He's gonna slap the white off of him. I tell you that right there. You can't be kidding me with that fake shit you trying to sell. I got nosebleed. My teeth are falling out because of that. Of course, I'm wearing my veneers right now, but on average, they start to come out. And you know, my hair it got all messed up too because the smoke from whatever that was, it just ruined it. I can't condition this for nothing. I tried a whole bottle of conditioner and it just wouldn't condition, and that's just not right.
And that is our time. Very, very, very funny stuff from Cindy the crackhead. Oh, let's get some comments and see how you did. Oh, Cindy left. Okay, let's see how you did. Da, 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 da. Okay, well, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 to turn on. So let's hear what they had to say. Carlos, you liked what he was doing. Tell us about it.
Just the references of getting your crack, or I'm going to go into your crack, sold me right then and there. So congrats for keeping that up for 3 minutes.
Okay. Joel D, how did he do with the something else?
Yeah, I really liked what he was saying because Big Joe does have the best crack.
That's the best.
He's got the best. All right, Malfunction Junction. How'd he do with his 3 minutes of other?
Well, I mean, having had experience with crackheads in their natural habitat, I would say he did pretty well. I thought he was on crack. Actually, the veneers broke me. I looked like I mean, it was great. It was, yeah.
I love it when you're lost for
what got you to turn your stream on for Stephen Douglas?
Well, I think he has the best teeth of any crackhead I've ever seen, and that's a pretty good hairdo too.
Okay, all right. Well, we had 2 that did not turn their stream on. Let's hear what they got to say. Abigail Comedy, screen on. What prevented you from pushing that button?
Why y'all gotta beat up on the girls, okay? Like, oh, this is the big sausage fest, but daggum, okay? Why we gotta be mean to the girls? You almost got me on the veneers, but daggum, I like women. Be nice.
Love it. Joey Lee, camera on. What prevented you from pushing the button for Stephen Douglas?
She had such nice teeth. And I thought, wow, where can you find a woman or a horse that has that great a teeth? But then he said at the end, it were veneers, and my totally balloon went down. Sorry, goodbye.
Oh, and Damien, even though your camera kept flickering on and off, it ended in the off position. So what prevented you from turning your camera on? or Cindy the crackhead?
I didn't laugh.
Okay.
Good enough. I accept that.
Okay, well, that's as straightforward as you can get. And on that note,
love
great job, Stephen Douglas. We're gonna hop on into our next segment and keep this party rolling. Hi, Abigail. So nice to see that it spotlighted you. All right, this is the 3-minute sit the fuck down chair interview. These are dynamic and funny interviews from our funny friends. They are given by the comedians. And tonight we have a special interviewer on the stream, which is Dickie Headass, aka Damian Seaman. So let's bring him up and see what he has to say, because his job is to do a 3-minute interview with anyone that he chooses in the studio tonight. All right, Damian, you have a big old decision to make in front of you. Who will it be?
Oh, I got to pick on the girl. You know, it's a sausage fest, so I got to pick on Abigail.
All right. Sounds like let's make a deal to me. All right, Abigail. Welcome to the stream for your 3-minute sit the fuck down chair interview. And what's going to happen is I'm going to lead you off with a question, and then the rest of the 3 minutes, it will be up to your interviewer, Damian Seaman, to take you the rest of the way. Are you ready for your first question? Okay, thumbs up. Thumbs up is good. This is the meme that came across my page. It says you can throw in the towel or you can use it to wipe the sweat off your face and keep going. And my question to you, Abigail, is give us a time where you thought, I'm just going to throw in the towel, and then you got some last minute superpower to take that towel and wipe the sweat off your face and keep going.
Have y'all ever worked with teenagers? There are many times that you just want to go, peace be with you. I'm out. I love you. I love you. But instead, you pick up the towel and go, okay, man, I got this. We're going to make it happen. So patience, endurance, and being consistent around teenagers, I would say, is the big one for me.
Oh, absolutely. I raised a teenager, and I'm still deciding if I should throw in the towel or wipe the sweat and keep going. And every time I get to the brink, I just say, it's my baby. I can't give up on him. So we're just going to keep pushing, and we're going to pray, and we're going to wish for the best. So great answer to a great question. And now I'm going to throw it over to your interviewer, Damian Seaman. And Damian, take it away. Abigail, good luck.
Abigail, it's a pleasure to meet you, and thanks for being on the show. You said you were from Southwest Florida. I started comedy for The Cure about 19 years ago down there in Fort Myers, and I bet you know a few comedians, I should say, like Valerie Storm, Sheena Regan, Robin Savage. You know those girls down there?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, what do you like about what do you like with the? I mean, there's a lot of good girls your age that are doing comedy down there. Are you involved in their scene?
Absolutely, and I would also encourage you to say women of comedy down here in Southwest Florida. Not a feminist or anything at all. Yes, absolutely. I mean, Savage and we were Stand Up for News. I mean, yes, we do all kinds of things together. What do you want to know? What do you want to? I mean, we're comedians.
No, when you first came on, the one thing. No, when you first came on, the one thing you said you was from Southwest Florida, so I just wanted to see if you knew some of the same people I knew.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think Rich is the one running Comedy Cure right now.
Rick who?
Richie. I
Which
don't
of
remember
you?
his last name. I don't know. I wish my blonde hairs would come through. I can't ever remember anybody's name. That's the reason why I'm really good when I talk about the orange guy, because then I don't have to remember his name. I can just call him the orange guy. No, it's not working. I was
Trump
really
reference.
yes, absolutely. One of the things that my cohorts love to do is to put me on stage and not come back up on stage and just go, here, Abigail, have a moment and see what kind of stuff I come up with.
So, what do you like when you're on stage performing? Do you prefer an open set, or do you have a set already set out, or do you like to do improv and crowd work?
I love crowd work. I love improv. However, especially in Southwest Florida, they like for us to have a script and everything ready to go, consistency in our shows and things like that. So I'm ADHD. I don't know if anybody knows that, but it's if we could just do it on the fly, I'm much happier to do it that way. But everybody wants to plan and take forever. And so that's why they love throwing me on stage, because literally just put me on stage. God only knows what'll come out. Good luck, and we'll see you in a bit.
What's your favorite position in a if you're doing a collaboration with your friends? Do you like to be the opener, the feature, the headliner, or which one is best for you? What spot do you fit in?
I mean, I think all of us want to be headliners every time, because I could talk your ear off if allowed. But I'm open to anything. I don't need to be the star of the show. I can be a support also.
Right on.
What
got you?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was thinking you were going to start trying to figure out where the religious comedy and then veering off would come into play.
The religious comedy. I didn't get that.
Well, earlier when we were talking, I said, is it okay if I can be a religious comedian and then do some veering? Would that be appropriate for the show? And you, of course, said absolutely. I thought maybe you'd ask about that.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. Give me your dirtiest joke. Your closer. The one you use that just no one can do it the way you do it, and everyone laughs at it. Your closing joke. What is it?
Well, the fun part about me is, I'm very religious. I've gone to seminary. My sister's a chaplain. I'm Episcopalian. No, not a third eye. I'm not alien. No? Okay. Just checking. Wanted to make sure that we were here together. But more specifically, I've had to change my profession here in Southwest Florida. I'm now a midget porn producer. Now, if you guys really want to get with me afterwards, I'm always looking for the good third leg.
Third leg.
But what I really need to remind you guys that please get with me after the show. I'm also Southwest Florida's midget throwing czar. No,
Okay.
we're not. Okay, so everybody goes, have the N word. We're not allowed to. Oh, God bless it.
Oh.
Did I get you? Did I almost? See, no cursing, but I veered. Where'd that come from? I don't know.
Well, thank you so much, Damien, for that insider view of our newbie. Poor thing. But it is not over, because what we do is we allow the people or the rest of the cast to ask you a question. So rest of the cast, Carlos Garcia, do you have a question for Abigail?
I will say I do like how you can flip from filthy to like religious comedy. how did you find that balance between the both? And do you ever, get hostilities, I guess, from the super religious crowd?
So,
Great
because
question.
I'm from Nashville, that's the Holy Rollin' land where there is a church on every block. Back there, if you could only imagine, we make fun of religion a lot. Once I started bringing the bin wall balls into my skit, I did have a few people go, "Whoa, we're not into balls."
Oh,
Once they turn 18, that is,
Well, we try to
Joey,
keep them, PC.
Joey Lee, do you have a question for Abigail?
Yeah, real quick. Who's your favorite comedian or comedian, living or dead?
Well, I hope you are going towards Abby Hoffman. Please tell me I got his name right, because I told you earlier I'm horrible with names. But you know how he gets on stage and he just does the most awkward crap, and you're just like, did he just really do that? Like, does that? So if you were having that in the back of your mind, absolutely. My most the one that I've always loved is Robin Williams. I'm a huge Robin Williams fan also. Once again, he zigs and zags. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I do try to have fun with comedy.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
There we go. All right, Stephen Douglas, you have a question for Abigail?
Yes, Abigail. How long have you been doing comedy?
For approximately 10 years, but I've been writing about becoming a comedian for probably closer to 20.
Nice. So if you like Robin Williams, there's a comedian out there that's doing a movie about him. His name is Roger Cabler. You got to see this guy. He is a dead ringer for him.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Love this guy. I've actually been corresponding with him.
All right, Randy
you know,
Holton, do
I'm
you
here
have
for
a
you.
question for Abigail?
Abigail, I really don't say the word fuck anymore, but I do say fuck sometimes. But do you ever say the word fuck? Because I really don't say fuck very much.
I'm more of a flying fart kind of gal. Darn tootin'. Only because I'm stirred. I mean, but my whole shtick on it is I've got kids. I got a 14-year-old, 11-year-old, and a 6-year-old. So at some point they're going to see me on stage, and I would like for them to go, "Yes, that's my mother," instead of, well, maybe they would like for me to curse. I don't know. I'm trying.
Okay. Well, Damien, you already had your questions, but I had to pull you on screen. Joel D, last question for Abigail.
Yeah. Why is it that you think the M word is not as bad as the F word?
The M word. Which is the M word? Motherfucker versus fucker?
She said it.
Yeah, I was just trying to get you to say it. We did it, guys.
You have now made me non-clean. Thank you.
I thought that was the last question. But here's his microphone. Malfunction Junction, do you have a question for Abigail?
Yeah. I do.
Okay.
It sounds like everybody has palsy. Dude was talking about muscular dystrophy earlier, but it does sound like everyone just got palsy for no reason. Anyway, from a religious comic standpoint, Old Testament and New Testament, would you agree that if Adam would have been the first documented case of domestic abuse, we would all be in a different, kind of, or also New Testament, did Jesus have the first original recipe for deviled ham?
So how I'll answer that, because I've really been studying the big book, is Medea is also my spirit animal. So we get right with Jesus, and that's all I got for you, honey, because I ain't down that far.
Well, thank you so much, Abigail. for answering all of our questions and for people who are tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond. This has been this segment of 3 minutes Sit the Fuck Down Here interview with our dynamic and funny friend, Abigail Comedy. So, Abigail, tell the people where they can find you if they want to know more.
So you can always go to Abigail Comedy on Facebook and or Instagram. You can also search me on YouTube, Abigail Dort, D-O-R-T, not a dork, Dort. And I think it's like 625 or something at the end. You'll see me with my daughter. You can also, if you want to see some of my shows on April 26th, I'll be at Valerie's Lounge in Fort Myers Beach, and then also May 8th there is a contest. Please come and vote for me. May 8th at McCurdy's Comedy Theater in Sarasota, Florida.
Okay, well, it sounds like you are out there and they can see you some of everywhere. And you guys can always watch reruns of Sauce in the City because I'm sure that the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth time, come on, help us get our YouTube up, will tickle you even further. All right, so we are off to our next game. And this is where our comedic cast or our actual two contestants can make some more money for their bank. Are you guys ready to give that part a try?
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
All right. The game rules to this game, which is a classic, Sell That Skew, is that I will put 60 seconds on the clock and I will present a photo on the screen and I will give our two contestants 60 seconds to make the best sales pitch they can. The contestant that wins the most sales will win the round. They will also get 1 point for every sale they can make. If they happen to sell out, meaning everybody on the cast buys their item, they will get a bonus 5 points. Everybody got that so far?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Now, Carlos, again. Oh, actually, no, Steven. I think no, actually, Carlos is still in the. You're still behind 2 points because you haven't done your trivia question yet. So I will give you the next chance to decide if yourself or Stephen Douglas will go first.
I'll keep going with my plan. Let Coach Steven go first.
I love people who analyze the show. I love it. Okay, Stephen, it seems like Carlos Garcia has a plan. Are you ready for your item up for sale?
I am ready. Let's see what I got to sell.
All right. This came across my timeline. This is the latest fashion accessory. Looks like a pair of earrings. All right. 60 seconds on the clock. Rest of the cast. Sell that
skew. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I have the best invention out there. It is a nice pair of earrings that is equipped with some tissue paper just in case you need to wipe your eye or blow your nose, or if you wear eyeglasses, you can just kind of peel a little piece off and you can clean off your eyeglasses. This is the best product out there because you never know when you're out somewhere and you sneeze, there's nothing around, and what do? You reach up to your ear and you pull it out, and you can give yourself a good old nose blowing. And if you're one of those people that get a lot of wax in your ear and your ears are just tickling you crazy, you can go ahead and use that to kind of wiggle some of the wax out of your ear. It's a great invention. These earrings you can get for the low price of $19.99 plus $3 shipping and handling. You can order these right now, or you can go online and order them at earringtissuepaper.com, and you'll be able to get these. These are the fantastic. When you run out, there's plenty of replacements. You can buy a whole bag of replacements for the low price of $29.95. You get 175 rolls to fit your earring.
All right, that was a great sales pitch. Very, very cool. And I'm not knowing if Carlos Garcia here can beat that, but he sure has his work cut out for him. All right, we are going to go to our second one. Carlos, are you ready for your item?
I am ready.
All right. Oh, this is going to be a good one because it is your prescription of Fuck It All. Straight to you. 60 seconds on the clock. Rest of the cast. Settle that skew.
Are you stressed today? Have your world been shaken by new tariffs? Or maybe were you laid off for your job? Or your Social Security has been cut because the world is in shambles? Well, don't you worry. I have your solution. It's called Fuck It All. The prescription medication to make sure that you can say fuck it when the right time comes. Because guess what? We live in a shit show, which means the time is now to say fuck it all. And don't forget, side effects may include not giving a fuck, saying goodbye to people that annoy you, saying fuck you to people that annoy you, and best of all, do not parade driving heavy machinery because you might pass out and kill someone. But other than that, it's completely safe, amazing, and it'll make you say fuck it all. So make sure you purchase it right now at fuckitall.com. You can get yourself a year's supply of Fuck It All. That way you can really just take all in one day and it'll always make you say fuck it all. Trust me, the world is a dumpster fire. Try Fuck It All today.
All right, cast, you have two great items. Let's see if we can get some sales. All right, Abigail, ladies first. Are we gonna go with the with the earrings, with the tissues to wipe up your tears? Or are you going to go with your prescription of Fuck It All?
Now, when it comes to good earrings, I'm just going to have to say, fuck it all. I absolutely love that product. It is absolutely, I can see myself purchasing it.
Okay, we got one for the Fuck It All. All right, Joey Lee, got two really great products. You have enough sauce in the city dollars to purchase one or the other. Which one will it be and why? Unmute your mic.
Oops. Unfortunately, Steve got a bad draw from me because as he was talking about toilet paper, I started to think of, wow, the eggs are running out. And now the toilet paper's running out. My mind drifted, and I didn't even hear him. I'm like, oh no, there's going to be a toilet paper crisis. So I'm sorry, Steve, but my I went a total blank. Sorry, but I'd have to pick the fornication call.
All right. Well, we have two for the Fuck It All prescription. How about you, Randy Holton? You have enough sauce in the city dollars to purchase one of these items. Which one will it be and why?
Well, as much as I'd love to have toilet paper hanging from my earlobes, but I really don't give a fuck about that. Although me taking Fuck It All could get pretty scary because I generally don't give a fuck anyways. But I would take a dose of the Fuck It All because I'm going to fuck all everything. Fuck it all.
God. Don't overdose. How about that? All right, Damien. Between the earrings and the Fuck It All, which one are you taking and why?
Well, my grandma would be loving them earrings, man. My grandma would be all about that shit, man. She didn't use tampons. She just like pull that from her ear and stuff her crotch. But I got to go with Fuck It All. I loved his closing.
Okay. Oh, we've got another one for the Fuck It All. Let's see if it's gonna be a sweep or Joel D. Are you going with the earrings or the fuck it all?
Well, those earrings look like they were made for shitheads. I just wish the fuck it all was covered by my medical plan. I'll go for the fuck it all.
All right. It looks like we might just have a sweet malfunction junction. You have enough sauce in the city dollars to purchase one of these items. Is it going to be a clean sweep, or are you going to go with the earrings to dry all of our tears for the next 4 years? Look at me dropping bars.
Well, I mean, as a recovering addict, I gotta say that those earrings aren't going to do a fucking thing for me. I'm probably going to go for the drugs. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say fuck it all and just relapse. I think it'd be a free lapse considering the name.
Wow. Well, it seems like it was a clean sweep, Carlos Garcia. Meaning you get let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $6 to add to your current score. So what is that?
I would be at 18.
18, and then add 5 more for the bonus.
Oh yes, 23.
Ha! Okay, as the winner of the round, I want you to go ahead and shout out to the Academy, because that's what winners do around here. So go for it.
Well, first and most importantly, I would like to thank God. I would like to thank my mom, my dad, my childhood, my upbringing, my family, friends, and everybody in this show for giving me ability to say fuck it all. I love you guys.
And that is what we love, the ability to say fuck it all. And I see that I have to make something for this, but congratulations on the win, and that means you are in the lead with 24 points. Al, be still my heart. We have someone kicking butt and taking names in the studio. What is going on in my life right now? Okay, there we go. We got to change your clothes. All right. Well, now let's add the rest of our cast back to the screen, because now it is time for You Say Trivia, an interactive trivia, comedy trivia game. And again, I will be looking in the comments, and sorry that I wasn't able to look in the comments before because Joey answered it so quick. I didn't have a chance to get over there. But Carlos Garcia, it is now your turn to ask your trivia question. Like before, if they get it wrong, you win 5 points. If they get it right, you win Zippo. And the fate of your comedy or something else will be in their hands. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let the question happen.
Okay. The question is, what is the biggest muscle in the human body? You got A, the quadriceps, which is part of the thigh. You got B, the pectoral muscles, which is part of the chest, or C, the gluteus maximus, as I like to call it, the booty.
Okay, because you sounded like a gremlin at the beginning of the question, I'm going to have you say it one more time along with the answers.
Sure. What is the biggest muscle in the human body? Is it A, the quadricep, which is part of the thigh, B, the pectoral muscle, which is part of the chest, or C, the gluteus maximus, which is the booty?
Well, depending on if you're Cardi B or not. But let's check out what the cast has to say. All right, you guys. He asked, what is the biggest muscle in the body? I believe the answers were the thigh, the booty, or the chest muscle. I hope you got those in that order. So 30 seconds on the clock and let the conversation begin. What do you think?
It depends. I've seen some people with some pretty big booty.
It is
I
Maximus,
think
right in the name.
Yeah, it's in the
I
name,
think it's got to
Maximus.
be a core muscle, so it's either probably gluteus maximus or the.
We're not talking
thigh.
about your ass, Joey. We're not talking about
No,
your ass. We know you
thigh.
don't have one.
You're wasting time, Damien.
Gluteus
Oh,
maximus.
we got Michelle Laird says thigh. How much does she know about anatomy, Steve?
I don't know. I can't vouch for her on that one.
Let's go for thigh. I mean, what are we?
Randy Holton knows his asses.
The thigh's longer than the gluteus maximus, so I would probably.
Yeah, I think it's the thigh.
Yeah.
It's the butt.
Well, Maximus.
You guys going with thigh?
I'll go
I'm
with
going
thigh.
with ass. I mean, I'll do thigh
I'm
in
going with
protest.
10 seconds left.
Okay.
I'm protesting thigh.
Thigh.
Yeah, all right. I'm
Thigh.
protesting too.
Lock it in.
Okay.
You're still there, Joey.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Carlos Garcia, they chose thigh. Tell us what the correct answer is and why.
This is why you got your right to protest, because the muscle is indeed the gluteus maximus, aka the booty, according to a good friend at Google.
Oh my gosh. The right to protest, absolutely. Even if you have to stand on the Senate floor for 25 plus hours to
That's
get
right.
your point across, you do
That's
have
right.
the right to protest. All right. Well, Carlos, you fooled our cast. And wow, you earned 5 more points. So you are at 29 points, if I'm correct.
28.
28. Okay. I wasn't correct. All right, Carlos, you get to decide your own fate. Will it be 3 minutes of comedy or 3 minutes of something else? But beware, the something else is chosen by your comedic cast.
I'll go with 3 minutes of comedy.
All right, 3 minutes on the clock. Let the funny begin.
All right, so I'm originally from Caracas, Venezuela, you guys, as I said before, and a lot of people would always ask me when I came to America, since I came here when I was 13, what it was like growing up with foreign parents. And if you never experienced it, foreign parents are a lot like eating an edible. You just never know when they're going to hit you. You got to watch out. You see, my American friends were up at this game called Duck, Duck, Goose. Mine was Duck, Duck, and Weave. My dad threw a hell of a right hook. Very dangerous, scary times. So I was watching a little TV down in the holiday season when I was home with my family, and I landed on Fox News, right? And they were sharing the story about how artificial intelligence is going to take our jobs. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Guys, Fox News never told me AI was Mexican. What? I thought it was them. What was them? So turns out it's not AI, it's I, which really makes so much more sense. That tracks. Yes, that really tracks. I was actually watching that segment though with my uncle because he was over for the holidays and he got like real smug about it, right? He was like, artificial intelligence. There is no way artificial intelligence could ever take my job. And he is right, you guys. Mostly because he's unemployed, so you can't take what you don't have. Yes. So for some of you wondering, I do have a girlfriend, you guys. You just don't know her because she goes to a different school, but she's totally real. I swear to God. But I was a late bloomer in the game of love, you guys. Like, fun fact about me, I had my first kiss when I was actually 16 years old, which a lot of people react kind of funny to. And I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I was so scared because I was like, if I'm bad at this now, this could totally ruin my dating reputation. You know what I mean? But I gotta say, Father Thomas was a total pro, you guys. He was so gentle. It was so nice.
Now I know they have those cushions to get on your knees at church. I was like, hey, that's convenient. Thanks, Daddy. I mean, Father. Show some respect, Carlos. Show some respect. See, I wrote that joke, but you guys laughed, so that means we're all going to hell. Yeah. I am lucky though. I'll leave you guys. I got a few seconds left, but my girlfriend and I have been dating for over 7 years, and I gotta say I'm lucky that we're in a faithful relationship. Cheating is bad. Write that down. Tell a friend. Like I remember growing up, my buddy's dad cheated on his mom, one of his patients, you guys, and it totally broke up their family. Especially because he was a veterinarian, and word got out. Let me just tell you. Lisa, she doesn't call anymore. No.
Time is up. Very, very funny stuff. Carlos Garcia, let's see how you did. See if they turn their cameras on because they like what you did at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And if they did not, leave your cameras off and we'll talk about it later. How do you think you did?
I am lucky that I heard the last, so I'm going to say pretty decent.
Pretty decent. I don't know. I'm not sure, but pretty decent. Well, let's see how you did.
Hey!
It is a full screen turn. Congratulations to you. You made us all laugh. Let's get some comments. Abigail, what made you push the button for Carlos Garcia?
His coming to Jesus jokes. I mean, when we were all going to hell, I was thinking, what handbasket I'm in. I thoroughly enjoyed the cushions. I was also a server in church, and we got into the communion wine a time or two. So I felt I was right there with you.
You were right there. Okay. Stephen Douglas, what got you to push the button for Carlos Garcia?
Kneeling in the church and on the cushions because I was almost sure he was going to say, that's how you get the divine rod. Amen? Right. But I really loved his delivery. Very good.
Okay. Randy, what got you to push the button for Carlos Garcia?
Well, this may be in poor taste, but I really love the Mexican jokes.
Thank you.
Well, what can you say? Damien, what made you push the button for Carlos Garcia?
He had me cracking up, and your delivery was spot on, and you did a great job for that 3 minutes you were given. That was good job, man.
Thank you
Real
so
good
much.
job.
Right on. Joel D, what about you?
Well, I really liked that he was cracking on pedophiles because friends.
Well, I think that was bleeped out for the grace of God, but yeah. I don't know if you want to dare say it again, but I think most of us got the message. Malfunction Junction, what got you to push that button?
Well, I believe the concept of being grounded, whether or not your parents are foreign or domestic, is kind of universal. Did a little bobbing and weaving in my day also, and the whole scene. Y'all had the church. The only thing we've got to choose from out here is like dope hookers and overdoses. It's pretty rough.
Okay. Joey Lee, what got you to push the button for Carlos Garcia?
Well, I've been to Caracas, and it's not a very nice place. So for him to be able to tell jokes like he does, I mean, coming out of that environment, he's not telling you the whole truth behind what goes on over there.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned to the green room. All right, Carlos Garcia, very good job. Full stream turn. And again, for those who want to catch up with more of your funny, where can they find you?
So you can find me on most social mediums at Carlos Does the World, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that good stuff, YouTube as well. Or you can check out my website, carlosgarciacomedy.com.
Hey, I love it. Very funny stuff. Oh my goodness. You guys have to stay tuned to the green room, but we are about to go on to Joey. Hi, Joey.
Hi.
Interrupting, but that's okay. My 2 cents. And this is where I get really weird questions that come across my page, which makes me want to ask my comedic cast for their opinion, just so that I don't block anybody unnecessarily. Right? So I do have a question, and this is an audible. And so the question is this, and I'll tell you a little story. I don't know who is doing that, but it is driving me insane. But so you guys all got the invite to the show. Everybody who got the invite say yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So a few comedians decided to write me back and say, I'm not interested. Now, they are on my page every day or every other day answering all the fun questions that you guys got to answer here tonight. So when they said I'm not interested, I blocked them. And now let me explain myself. I blocked them because I don't want to make the mistake of ever asking them to come and do my show ever again. And secondly, is because they should not get to enjoy the world that we create based on our fun questions if they have no interest in coming on the show ever. So my question is, would you have blocked them, or was that just a me thing? Carlos Garcia, what say you?
I think blocking depends on how they respond. If they're like, I'm not really interested, that's fine. It's cool. But if they were like, screw you, your show sucks, then all right, see you blocked. So I think it depends. It's a case-by-case basis.
Okay. I like the answer. Abigail, what say you?
What says me? I just love the boldness of, being so decisive. You're not into it. Goodbye. I love that. I wish I was more like that. So I would be, very much so leaning. I love your boundaries. I know none of us have them, but I love that you, what a boundary. Wow.
Okay, well, I like it. I got one on my side and one on the other. Let's check in with Stephen Douglas. What say you, Stephen?
I'm gonna have to agree with you, Brenda, just because if they're listening and they're liking it, but they don't want to participate, do they really like it, or are they just trying to, I don't know, are they trying to win a friendship, or I don't know. It sounds like they want to play head games. 'Cause if I like something, I want to do it. Doesn't matter what it is. If I can be a part of it, I want to be a part of it.
I definitely get that. And so that seems like I have two on my side. Randy Holton, what say you?
Well, I wouldn't block them. I'd say, go fuck yourself. And then I'd block them.
There you go.
So you wouldn't just block them. You would say, go fuck yourself and then block them.
Yes.
Okay, that's another way of looking at it. Damien, what say you?
Oh, I'm right there with Randy. I'd be saying, look, man, I got a whole bottle of fuck it all for your ass. And I ain't going to block you. I'm going to give you my fucking address. Come on over here, you punk ass bitch on Facebook, posting shit. Come on. I mean, get real, man. Back in the day, we used to handle things different. I ain't blocking you.
Okay, we got 2-3. Okay, 2-3. How about you, Joel? What say you?
I support you, Brenda, 100%. I've blocked people for less. And look, man, I'm not interested in you.
Okay. That's how I took it. I was like, well, if you're not interested in being on the show and my whole page and my whole life is about the show, I want to make sure that I honor your wishes and never ask you on the show again. Block, because I have a very short memory and a very forgiving heart. And I would indeed invite them back on the show and ask and beg and keep begging and then finally get them on the show, and they come on the show and they blow the entire episode up. So yes. All right, Joey Lee, what say you?
Well, because I was one of the people you blocked, I have to say, you know, you have to keep in mind when you push the little microphone button and you dictate, it said, I'm not interested, but I actually said, I am interested. And then I take my baseball bat and beat your door down and say, please let me back in. You made a big mistake. So I would double check, make sure they really, really didn't want to come on.
Okay, I like it. So what am I at? 3-3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I'm at 3-3, right? 3 says don't block them and 3 says do. So we have one more in the studio, and that is Malfunction Junction. What say you?
Well, I personally wouldn't block them. I'm a big fan of they'll need me far way before I'll ever need them. And that usually plays out the way I say it does. It's nice to turn people down when that happens too. It's just a whole look on their face thing. I'd rather take the soul away from you than give you the satisfaction of being blocked.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, so I might go back and unblock them because it seems like the majority won, and for various reasons. So the unblockers or the no blockers say don't block them. So I might go back and rethink my position. So thank you guys for joining me in this segment of My 2 Cents. You guys really did help me out, and I hope they helped you guys out tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond, because you never know when you'll have to block a bit. That's all I'm saying. All right. Our last trivia question of the night belongs to, in this instance, a cast vote. I would like to know what my comedic cast thinks. So everyone gets a vote in this. This is what we call a cast vote. So one by one, starting with Carlos. You can't vote for yourself, but who would you like to hear a trivia question from that has not asked one yet?
Well, I'm sorry, but this entire time I have been so focused on Joel's sweet, sweet mullet and goatee combo that I need to hear more from that. So I'm going to go with him.
I love it. One for Joel. What do you say, Abigail? Unmute your mic and your voice will follow.
The business in the front and the party in the back, I'm in.
I love it. 2 for Joel. What say you, Stephen Douglas?
I say 3, and you're on the mic. Let's do it. I want to hear him.
Oh wait, you have to give him a name.
Oh, Joel. I want to hear Joel.
All right, Randy Holton. Who would you like to hear?
Well, I want to hear the female version, Abigail.
Oh, that's one. Okay, so we have 3 for Joel and 1 for Abigail. Let's see what Damien says.
Southwest Florida comedy. I'm going with Abigail.
Oh, it's heating up. 3 for Joel, 2 for Abigail. What say you, Joel?
I want to hear from Dickie Assface.
So we have 3 for you, 2 for Abigail, and 1 for Dickie Assface. All right, Malfunction Junction.
So because it is such a sausage fest, I mean, Joe, you do got a sweet ass mullet, but I'd like to hear what the female has to say.
Okay, so 3 for Joel, 3 for Abigail, and 1 for Dickie Assface. All right, Joey Lee, what say you?
Well, did Steve already do one? Because
We're only doing 3, so this vote.
okay. I didn't know if he got skipped. Anyhow,
No, Steven and Carlos both asked a question.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot. I'm going to vote for the Joel in the really nice bright yellow shirt.
Okay.
I like it. Can I borrow it sometime? I'll
All right,
trade.
Joel, you went out with your bright, happy yellow shirt. So you will pose a question to our cast. If they get it right, your fate is in their hands. And if they get it wrong, you get to control your own fate. So let her rip.
All right. What size in inches is the world's largest dick? Is it A, 12 inches long? Is it B, 14 inches long? Or is it C, 6'3" long?
Holy crapanola. Okay. I get to say this word. I don't say it much, but how big is the world's largest dick? Repeat the answers.
Is it 12 inches, 14 inches, or 6'3"?
Okay. You guys heard the answers. I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock and let the conversation begin.
Well, he didn't
It's a
specify
whale
whether or
dick.
not it was human. I'm gonna go with the biggest one.
It's a whale
I know
dick.
the first two are not right because personally I know. So I know that's not right. So
You've seen those two, right?
person.
Joe,
He
you've
said a
seen those two
person.
already,
He didn't
right?
say person. So it could be an elephant or a whale or.
To be fair,
It's the biggest. It's the longest one.
6'3" is very specific for a certain president we have, so he didn't specify
I've been called a
penis.
dick before.
Oh, that's a.
He did
that's
say
a good
dick,
twist.
so I think
That's a
C.
good twist. I think we got it covered if we pick the last.
I'm 6'5" though. I'm 6'5".
It's
Whether it's
14
nature
Yeah,
or
but
political.
you're shrinking every year.
It's
How tall?
a
How
Spanish
tall is?
guy in El Salvador.
Okay, shall we lock it in at the 6'3" or whatever it is?
Yeah.
See,
Okay.
How
Lock it
tall
in.
is Dick Cheney?
that's most
The
girth.
Dickensian.
Oh my God. I heard so much conversation, and this is such a good question. Carlos Garcia, camera on. Tell us what the group's answer was and how you felt about it.
The group decided that the question wasn't necessarily specific to penises. So we picked 6'3" because it's two potential options. Either a whale penis, quite large, but if you're referring to a person, then the President of the United States.
All right, Abigail, camera on. Being our only lady love on the show, how did you feel about the group's answer? And do you agree or do you have something different?
Well, I thought it was very poignant the way we came to it. Even Dick Cheney became a part of the scenery that we were working with here. I felt like maybe we had a third arm involved, but I think the orange guy is probably where we're sitting if you really want to get into the Dickensians.
Okay. I love having women around. We're great. All right, Joel D, what is the answer? And give us a little background.
Well, it was C, and for exactly the reason that Carlos said. And I just like that. Even if y'all would have saved him from the train, you have to admit he's the world's biggest dick.
I love it. The answer is too funny, and the cast got it right. So your fate is in their hands. All right, everybody, cameras on. And 30 seconds on the clock to decide if Joel D will do 3 minutes of comedy or 3 minutes of something else.
I want to interview 3 Minutes Comedy.
Yep.
Talking about that mullet.
Yeah,
3 minutes of comedy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talking about that
All
mullet.
right. Shall we lock it in?
Lock it
3
in.
minutes comedy? Okay.
I love it. All right, Joel D. They spared your life. 3 minutes on the clock to give us your funniest. It does not have to be jokes, but it does have to be funny. Let her rip.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I'm very tolerant of other people's beliefs, except for pedophiles. I don't even like kids as friends. And I know y'all didn't expect me coming out the gate to start cracking on pedos, not with this haircut. You know? But like, I do love my hair, but lately it has been telling me to do things. You know, like how everyone's born with an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other shoulder. Well, I just have the mullet on both sides, and I got this side saying shit like, "Let's smoke that whole pack of Pall Malls and jump that dirt bike over the canyon," talking about and this side of the mullet saying shit like, "Let's get a sticky poke tattoo and smoke some meth." So, like a redneck brain slug. I had told y'all that I had quit my corporate career to pursue my dream of stand-up comedy. I also was displaced from my house after a tree hit it in a storm again. So I decided that I was going to take this epic summer road trip, by which I do mean I was living out of my car for 3 months. I'm just trying to make it sound fun to be homeless. I drove up to Boston. Are any of y'all from Boston?
No.
Been there for 20 years.
So, well, I am going to talk shit about them. Y'all want to know what the worst thing about Boston is?
Driving.
The worst fucking thing about Boston is that you have to drive through New Jersey to get there. We're in your way, so you got to pay. New Jersey, the Turnpike State. I did drive down to Florida after that. Shout out to all of you Florida comedy guys and gals. The cool thing about Boston was that I got to smoke weed for the first time in my life, legally. But Florida is one of those half-legal states. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Like you have to have a prescription to buy it, but because I might have a prescription, I can smoke in public. It's like Schrodinger's prescription, right? That does not work in South Carolina. It only works in quantum states. I apologize for nothing.
Oh, God.
So since we got some Florida folks on the call, I'll tell you this story. So I'm down there in Florida, and I'm at the beach. The swimming area is packed. Everything's going great until these two assholes show up and decide this is the place to fish. You see motherfuckers do this, right? You can't just throw a hook out there into all those people. So Tweedledee and Tweedledum have devised another system. Tweedledee stands in the shallow water, holds the pole. Tweedledum ties the bloody bait bag to the front of his swimming trunks with his drawstring and swims out into the deep water.
Enjoy the water.
It was at this moment that I knew that I was out of time.
That pole dancing was a much better
Funny stuff, Joel. And we'll play the same game as we have all episode long. If you appreciated what Joel did, cameras on. If you did not, he didn't make you laugh, leave your cameras off at the count of 3 and we'll talk about it later. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Joel, do you think you did as well as Carlos? Or do you think maybe there wasn't that much laughter? What do you think?
Well, I don't know that anyone could do as well as Carlos, first of all.
Thank you.
But I did hear some laughter, so hopefully not too bad.
All right, well, let's take a look. Hey! Another
I love validation.
screen turn. Very nicely done, Joel. Let's get some commentary. Carlos, what got you to push that button?
Well, my one hope was that there would be jokes about that beautiful mullet, and he opened his set with it. So I was hooked from the get-go. Great stuff.
Right on. How about you, Abigail Comedy? Unmute your mic.
I really related to his comedy when it comes to the Florida. I'm always talking about the Floridians and how, God bless it, chumming the waters with his nutsack. I mean, what else can you do? You know.
Didn't even get to the punchline on that one, unfortunately.
I am with you, Abigail. Just that part was enough for me. Stephen Douglas, what got you to push that button for Joel D?
I've got relatives that live in Texas that are as dumb as a stump and would actually do that. So that got me, and I'm like, yep, that's Curtis.
Right on, familiarity. Randy Holton, what got you to push that button for Joel D?
Well, that's a page right out of Florida Man right there. If you go to floridaman.com, I mean, that's right there. My question is, was he eaten by a shark? That's my question.
Oh no!
This is the
no,
Florida
no,
Man bit.
no,
I didn't have time to get to it, but
yep, you got to tune in for the punchline. That's what you say, Joel.
That's
you got to
right.
come back and he'll tell you the punchline, Randy.
Okay.
Continue. Damien, what got you to push that button for Joel D?
Well, he had me going from the beginning, and just his delivery and flow was it was really, really good. Very, very strong performance.
Hey, I'm
Got
digging
kudos.
it.
Thank you.
Malfunction Junction, what got you to push that magical button?
I mean, I had my camera on the entire time. His mullet has tried to talk him into doing meth. That was pretty interesting. And the redneck brain slug got me too. I was just, what was he going to say next? That's the only thing had me like just the whole time hanging. I liked it.
I love it. Joey Lee, what got you to push that button for Joel D? Hey, that rhymes.
I like the part about the Jaws thing. It was exciting.
Well, Joel D, very well done. And go ahead and tell the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond if they want more of your funny, where they can reach you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, definitely buy my card games at playfitz, FITZ.com. Yeet the Rich, Cinemantics, and Fake Crime are all available for sale. And I run an open mic every Tuesday at Elevate Social Club in Columbia. I've got a quarterly show at Uncle Fester's. Or follow me on Instagram, Faux Burnham, FAUX_Burnham. I started that Instagram handle before I started my own comedy career, and I'm too lazy to change it. So here we are.
Oh my God. You guys have been just a bunch of laughs, but we have come to the end of the show, unfortunately. But fortunate, because that means we get to do another one. But we would be remiss if not doing the shout outs at the end of every episode to let those that are in our comedy world and helping us on our comedy way know that we appreciate and love them for what they have done for our careers. So I will start with Carlos Garcia. I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock, and as much and as many people as you can shove into this, shout out.
Shout out to my beautiful fiance for letting me stay up so late to do this.
Oh, shout out to
shout out to my co-host Frat Chat Podcast, Chris Moore. You're the man, and also to everybody listening, you guys are the best. Thank you for allowing me to attempt to entertain you for the night.
Oh man, and entertain us you did. So shout out to you and your fiance for letting you stay up late night and bring fun and games to late night TV. And as with every newbie that we can catch and when I can remember, I have 3 bonus questions. Are you ready for yours?
Bring it.
Number 1, did you have a good time?
Oh, yeah.
Yay! Number 2, from the invite, was this anything like you expected?
It was, I mean, I expected it to be fun, but it was way fun. It was a 10. So great stuff.
I love way fun. Okay, way fun gets me excited. And number 3, most important to us always, as Stephen has said over and over and over again, is will you join us for another episode?
Oh, absolutely.
Yay! Y'all give it up for Carlos Garcia and his fiance. All right. Next up is Abigail Comedy. I love the effects. You'll have to show us how to do that. But 30 seconds on the clock. Go ahead and shout out.
The Women of Comedy here in Southwest Florida, Mofo Entertainment, Evolving Comedy, Susie Sunshine, Robin Savage, Stacy Steele, Shelly Kelly. I've done the shout outs. I'm here for you, lady. Those are all some pretty amazing comedic women, and I'm very lucky to be able to share the stage with those gals.
Hey, I think so too. Shout out to Evolving Comedy and Tommy D Comedy. I'm sure you're familiar with
He
him.
lives in the same town as me. We're right in the middle of it all, and I love Tommy.
Yes, he's in the audience, in the comment audience, and he has shouted your name out a time or two.
Of course,
And
I
he
forget to
is
say
a
his
friend.
name.
Yep, he's a friend to the show. And he says Abigail is another gem from the Mecca of comedy that is Port Charlotte, Florida. So there you go.
Thank you, Tommy. That is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you.
He is indeed, and like I said, a friend to the show. So Abigail, we shout you out and thank you so much for coming by and breaking up the Sausage Fest. And as with Carlos Garcia, I have your 3 bonus questions. Are you ready?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Number 1, did you have a good time?
Absolutely.
Yay! We love it. Number 2, I'll ask you from the invite, is it anything like you expected?
I think it was more than what I expected. I expected some laughs. I expected to have some fun, but this was so much more than that, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, I love you because I've been after you for a few minutes to get you on the show. I'm like, please come on the show. We need a girl. Okay. Number 3, and most important, will you come back and join us for another episode?
Absolutely. Now, once again, I got kids, so I can't do it all the time, but God bless it. I would love to do it. I love being around adults instead of children.
We're not adults.
Absolutely. Well, we enjoyed having you, Abigail, and we would love to see you as much as you would love to come by. You were a great sport, and shout out to your kids for staying asleep. Woohoo!
I know, right? Nobody even snuck through.
I know. All right, Stephen Douglas, 30 seconds on the clock. Shout out.
Shout out to you, as always, Brenda Brown, for putting this all together and allowing us to come on here and have a lot of fun. Shout out to my comedic mentor who pushed me into this, Kyron Hobdy. Shout out to my wife for the support that she's given me here. I love you, honey.
Oh, we love Michelle. Hi, Michelle. She is always the first in the comments. If I fail to send her the link or she doesn't know where it is, she's always like, where is the link? Gots to watch my hubby. So, and always down to help you guys out with the trivia questions. And she's very smart. So you guys should listen to her. She says, hi, everyone. Wait for some belly laughs. So, Hopefully she got some. And we thank you, Stephen, again. And I think it's you in the headphones that it's been all this time. But we will get that together in the green room. All right, Randy Holton, shout out.
But I'd like to shout out to Florida Man he was the first guy to put his dick in a swimming pool filter tube. Me being number 2, so it's not as bad as the second one. The first one's always the worst one. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, shout out to you, Randy, and shout out to us for 5 hilarious years together. And thank you for keep trying and keep supporting the show and keep being the Randy Holton that we all know. Look at me dropping bars. Okay, Damien, 30 seconds on the clock. Shout out.
Shout out to all you guys. You guys did great. Good meeting you, Abigail. Good meeting you, Carlos. Good meeting you, Joel. You guys were great. It's always good to see new faces on the show, and you should be proud of yourselves. Keep it up. It's a disease. If you're a comedian, you're a narcissist who wants to be made fun of, join the club. It's what it's all about. My parents should have never fucked. I look like Shaggy and Greg Brady had a baby in prison. I'm the poster child for a wire hanger. I mean, I've realized these things. So shout out to my mom for not doing that.
Aw. Well, shout out to you, Damien, and shout out to your show out in St. Roberts, Missouri. I had the time of my life. Comedy at the Hub is alive and well thanks to you. And I'm looking for more and can't wait to see what you do next. Next up, we have Joel D. Shout out.
Well, first, a shout out to my haircut for being more memorable than any of my material. Shout out to as a local comedian around Columbia, Jen Snyder, who introduced me to the CEO of Fitz Games, and it's kind of how my comedy career led to being a game designer. Shout out to the rest of the contestants. Y'all were a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It was great getting to talk with y'all and meet y'all today. And big shout out to our host, Brenda, for bringing us all together today.
Oh, thank you. I love my flowers while I'm still here to get them. All right, Joel, just like with your other newbie friends, you have your 3 bonus questions. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Number 1, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a blast.
All right, we dig it. Number 2, because you're in games, this question is specifically for you. Do you think we could turn Sauce in the City into a card game?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've already got some ideas.
Oh, I love it. Number 3, always most important to us. Will you come back and join us for another episode?
Yeah, absolutely. This was a lot of fun. Definitely invite me back. I'm interested. Don't block me.
Well, now you are a part of the Sauce in the City catalog. No matter what you do, there's a video to prove it. And as long as the internet is alive, you are with us and we are with you. So I will not block you. You will have to walk away. Ask my friends. They've been held hostage here for some time. So all right. Next up, Malfunction Junction. 30 seconds on the clock. Shout out.
I would like to give a shout out to all the newbies, especially Joe Dirk's stunt double. That's pretty. It's just an epic look you got, man. I wish I could do it. I mean, for fuck's sake, God hates my life with my hair. You know what I mean? I got like a Bruce Willis with Parkinson's thing going on. And of course, shout out to everyone else for being here and giving me the opportunity to be amongst you guys and annoy the shit out of you. It's always a blast, and thanks for having me on.
Oh, well, we love you, Malfunction Junction, always and forever. Joey Lee, 30 seconds on the clock. Shout out.
Okay, I'll start off with the newbies. Great job. Pretty clean. Knocked it out of the park. Great job. Second, before I came to the show tonight, I went out with my new wife and my 2 new daughters, and we had a nice time. And I just want to shout out to them. That's our first chance to get together, of the four of us, since the wedding. And so, it's really great. And then lastly, I had a great experience last night. I decided to make this a permanent part of my uniform. And so I contacted the guy who gave this to me and said, "Can I use this? Am I breaking any copyright laws or anything like that?" And he made such a gracious answer. Um, and I mean, I couldn't even answer him last night. I had to wait till this morning. But such a kind man. I want to shout out to Mark Breton, who does all these voices on Dragon Ball Z. Thank you, Mark. You're a wonderful person. Thank you, sir.
Aw, shout out to him because I love your orange hat. I wouldn't even know you without it, even though you had a really nice wedding photo. And shout out to Lee for allowing us the time with you and to have you in our studio. So shout out to you, Joey Lee, and thank you for supporting the next episode and being the sponsor of episode 2 so that we can keep our show in the sky. And speaking of that, Carlos Garcia, you have one last question to answer, being the winner of the show. Now you have $25 that will come to you via Cash App. We'll work that out later. But the question is, will you A, take the money and run, B, send the money back to the house, meaning me, or C, donate it to a charity that we support?
Ooh. Well, normally I would say take the money and run.
Normally.
But I do donate to St. Jude's. So if you wanted to put the 25 towards St. Jude's Children's Hospital, I would also be cool. Or the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Those are two big charities to me.
Okay, well, I would have to send it to you because the question was a charity that we support. And while those are really great ones, we support our comedians and their needs. So the $25 would go to support one of our very own. When they face tough times, we like to be there. So those are the choices. Now, rethink. 30 seconds and go.
Wow, this is tough. I'll take the money and run then to St. Jude's.
Okay, there you go. Give it up
both.
one more time for our winner of the night. I want to hear claps in the background for Carlos Garcia. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
And I, Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child, would like to first shout out my Comedy VR host, Joey Lee of the night. I know I didn't let you host anything, but you're still my co-host in theory, and I hope that you heard my voice because for episode on Friday and Sunday, you will be on your own. But shout out to you anyway for being so great and playing so well with our cast. It was amazing. Now this is this is a personal one for me. Shout out to my sister and my 4 nieces. 2 of them are nurses and they just got their pins to be nurses. So shout out to them. One is a pharmacist. So shout out to her. And then one is our princess, which is the youngest. She hasn't decided yet. But I wanted to shout out my sister because she's such a strong woman. She nursed her husband back to health 2 times from the brink of death. She raised 4 amazing daughters, fought for her own life, and held down a full-time job. So shout out to my sister. Mother's Day is coming up. Her birthday is coming up, which is May 12th. So I just want to let her know that I love her. And next up, of course, is the Fairly New Comic Experience. Shout out to Andrew Bryant. aka Andrew versus Drew B. This is a big contest that comes to Vegas once a year, and yours truly gets to be a comedy critic and gets to decide a winner. It will be held 420 weekend starting 417 all the way to 420. We are still looking for a woman in comedy. See how I did that, Abigail? Just for you. We are still looking for a woman in comedy. So if you would like to join this, it's free to enter. Just hit me up or comment below. And with that being said, y'all, I can't get out of here. I almost choked. Shout out to Tommy D Comic. He says, great show, y'all. And Michelle Laird, who says she's going to bed. Good night, Michelle. For tuning in the entire time. We love y'all. And thank you, Carlos Garcia, for typing in the comment section. You're really good at that because I didn't even notice. Look at the professionalism. And also Stephen Douglas, or Douglas Stephen. And with that being said, my name is Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child. I appreciate everybody who tunes in and supports the show. We need you all. I can't do it by myself. I held it up 6 years. It's y'all's turn now. So if you guys want to support the show, be sure to like, subscribe on YouTube, and share the funny with your friends. But most importantly, join us back here Friday, April 4th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Central, and 10 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Central. Because if you're up this late, you might as well laugh. We are out of here, and stay tuned to the green room.
Are you ready?